And this was changed in 1967, and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms was issued later on to say, Canadians, regardless of their religious, ethnic, national, gender, or political opinion, have equal rights and fundamental freedoms. But in practice, our governments, our institutions violate this every day. And this is why they still have refused, and the Canadian government and Canadian politicians and the mainstream media refuse to admit that Israel is an apartheid state, even though B'Tselem in 2021 said between the river and the sea, there's an apartheid system. Human Rights Watch came in early 2022 saying the same thing, apartheid. Amnesty International followed, said this is apartheid. However, Canadian politicians, institutions so far refuse to admit and recognize this reality. Next, Canada says, we support international law, we support the Fourth Geneva Convention, and yet in practice, they are violating it all the time. Canada has the Canada-Israel Free Trade Agreement with Israel, which allows goods from the 300 colonies in the West Bank and East Jerusalem to enter Canada tariff-free in violation of Canadian law. Canada allows charities to send money to the Israeli army and to the settlements, even though it's in violation of the Income Tax Law Act. Canada allows Canadians to serve in the Israeli military, which is committing war crimes and crimes against humanity, even though this is in violation of the Foreign Enlistment Act. So Canada is a hypocrite when it comes to applying the law in regards to the what Zionism is doing to the Palestinian, and which violate the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people. So, fortunately, now with the media available, social media availability, the photographs that come in, the Canadian public is aware now of the magnitude of the massacres, the segregation, the apartheid, the destruction that is taking place by Zionist Israel. And our politicians still stand firmly, and the mainstream media still stand firmly with Israel. But they are feeling the pressure. And that's why now they are resorting to trying to suppress freedom of expression in Canada. So not only that they are violating their own laws and international law, but they are now trying to change, to suppress freedom of expression of academics, of students, of anybody who exposes Israeli apartheid crimes, its genocide, and what our government is doing in support of this supremacist racist entity. However, they are under pressure. And that's what happened in South Africa. It took a long time. It took a long time from the 60s till the 90s, until 93, before apartheid was dismantled, under pressure from the Canadian public and the Western public. And I think this is now where we are. We are at that stage where pressure through the boycott, divestment, and sanctions campaign, calling for the end of apartheid, the end of occupation, and the return of the refugees. Our governments can and should be pressured finally to stop supporting this racist, genocidal apartheid system. Thank you very much.
Thank you.